Hello loves and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reading a Kiba X listener. This one was requested, so I decided to make it into a series. The series is called 5 Hearts of Wisdom, and today is Kiba, so yeah, let's get started, shall we? Last year you were on Team Ryomonji. You had passed the Chunin exam and were ready to become a full-fledged ninja, but your sensei still had some doubts. He said before you take on a mission, he would have you train with the son of one of his friends. You heard a lot about your soon-to-be personal trainer, though you only really knew the basics. His name was Kiba. He was a dog trainer, and he was only a year older than you. I can't wait to meet him. I bet his dog is super cute, you thought excitedly as you walked to the meeting ground your sensei had set up for you two. Upon approaching said meeting ground, you could make out a figure in the distance. It was a person, a boy to be exact, and when you made eye contact, you knew it was Kiba. Finally, you were close enough to shake hands, but as soon as you put your hand out, you were knocked over by something. Only when you felt the licks on your face did you know what it was. You ruffled the top of the shinobi dog. Sorry about that. He laughed, pulling Akamaru off of you. Akamaru's a lover, even though I told him to stay home today, he said, glancing at Akamaru, then back at you. It's fine. I was actually looking forward to meeting this great big pup. Is that so? He asked, with mischief spread across his face. You had thought it before, but now combined with the knowing smirk, you blushed at it. He is cute. He helped you up and the two of you shook hands. It was only a hunch, but when he said, I'm ready to fight anyone at any moment, you knew he had to be one of the cockiest people you had ever met. You snickered at his comment, which made him jokingly nudge you with his elbow. It's not funny, I'm serious. I can beat you with my hand tied behind my back, because I've got Akamaru with me, he said, pointing at the now asleep dog. You both laughed as Akamaru snored. The next day, you met with Kiba at a fighting range. Yesterday was just for you two to get to know each other. Today was the start of your training. Ryomonji said you were good, so I hope to not be disappointed. You smiled and winked. You won't be. Weeks went on with days like this. Sometimes you two would take the day off and just relax, maybe hang with Akamaru. You felt bad that you were taking away attention from Akamaru, so you would bring him treats whenever you met up at Kiba's house. He really seems to like you, Kiba insisted. I'm sure he's like that with all of your friends. Oh? He said. You glanced at him with a confused stare. He smirked and said, I didn't know we were friends. Immediately, he started blushing like a hot mess. All your insecurities that you forgot about came rushing back. What if I've gotten too friendly? What if he only sees me as a student or a kid? That'd be even worse. Your thoughts consumed you, and you were completely zoned out. You only snapped out of this trance when you felt an arm swing around your neck. I'm just kidding, Kiba assured you. You whined, which made him chuckle. He knew you weren't going to stay mad at him forever and started tickling you. One of the things you two had did regularly. It might have not been something friends would usually do, but you felt like you had known him your whole life, so it didn't bother you how touchy you two were with each other. After a few minutes, you gave in, saying, Okay, you win. He stopped, but only for a few seconds. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You rolled your eyes, ready to walk away, when he grabbed your arm, pulling you in and tickling you some more. It was so hard not to punch him in the face right then and there. You couldn't stop giggling, even if you wanted to. I said you win, Kiba, you shouted over his laughter. He finally let you go, letting you two calm down. A month had passed, and you had grown on Kiba. You two were inseparable, and everyone knew it. Your crush had become stronger the more time you spent with the brown-haired boy. Finally, one day your sensei said it was time to take on a mission of your own. An A mission, yes, you thought enthusiastically. But then reality struck. You would no longer meet up with Kiba for training lessons. It was heartbreaking, but you couldn't do anything more. You knew he didn't like you like that, so you had no excuse to see him. You tried to think of an excuse, but it was no good. Maybe I could just say Mr. Akamaru? No, that's pathetic, you whispered under your breath. Your walk home played like a movie. All the memories you had made with Kiba in the past month replayed in your mind over and over again. Before you decided you had had enough, you were going to tell Kiba how you felt, and if he didn't feel the same, Well then, there was nothing you could do about that, but at least you could tell yourself you had the guts to face your feelings. You opened the door ready to take a shower and change into your cutest outfit when you were struck by the surprise of Shikamaru jumping on you, taking you down like the first time you had met him. Sure, it was dark, but no one showed you as much love as Shikamaru did. First, you were ecstatic to see him, then you wondered how he got into your house. Once you had pulled the giant fluff ball off of you, you were yanked up by a hand. It was dark, but the hand felt familiar. You placed your own on the person, feeling for a distinct bone structure of Kiba. He was a little bit taller than you, and somehow you knew that a smirk was playing on his face. You didn't know why, but you knew, and that was enough. If you keep doing that, I'm gonna get the wrong idea, he said. How? You didn't think I was being friendly because I wanted to be friends with you, did you? Now a smirk danced on your face. I don't know what you mean, you said sarcastically. You were now holding his chin, and boy was his jawline something. He was holding your waist, a clingy feeling in the way his hands held you. Then suddenly the lights flickered on. Shikamaru had been here the whole time, forgetful of you. Oh my god, you said, turning a cherry red. Your confidence level took a dive. Now you could see Kiba's everything, his eyes darting at you like a tiger hunting prey, his strong arms pulling you in closer, as if to suffocate you, and his stupid cocky smirk growing the longer you stayed silent. What? You blurted out without thinking. I'm going to kiss you, he said, more as a statement rather than a question. What, so I don't have a choice? You said, turning crimson as he leaned in closer. Nope. And just like that, you were knocked over a third time. Shikamaru just loved giving you a hard time. You sighed in relief but quickly regained your embarrassment as you landed on top of Kiba. He smiled, looking satisfied, and pulled you in, sealing your lips with his. You both laughed after, and he spent the night, as did Shikamaru. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little video. I made a couple of mistakes, but as always I'm going to edit them out. Somebody requested a Tendo, and I'm probably going to have Emily do that one because I haven't met Tendo yet. Oh, and Alyssa, if you're listening, I am going to try to get your fanfiction out a Thursday or Friday. Oh, and if you want more information about the series 5 Hearts of Wisdom, it'll be in the description below. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye, loves. And then you won't. You say you love me, then you don't. You keep me running and running around.